Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session of the Dungeon Masters. Unfortunately, we are down one Mr. Jeremy today. He's not feeling too good, so we wish him a speedy recovery, and we will be filling in. We've got all his stats and everything for Isaac, the artificer, on Roll20, so we will be able to have him playing along with us. But to give a quick recap of where we are, where we've been so far, and the Dungeon Masters, last time our intrepid adventurers headed north out of the town of Tyr towards the Maruna orchard, investigating a curious cider mystery. And upon finding the orchard, they found a body that was lying in the sort of main storeroom on the floor. Discovered it to be the owner, one Clifton Maruna, and found the rest of the place abandoned, aside from some kind of eerie child ghost sounds. Some wolves nearby in the orchard that they managed to fight after they had a little bit of a encounter with them. Also encountered a seemingly wild or stray Malkin, one of the catfolk that had been living in the forest, which was actually the granddaughter of the Malkin they had encountered on the island before. Had a little bit of an encounter with that individual. And after doing some searching and finding some keys, made their way into a locked door in the Maruna orchard and kind of the main brewery, and found stairs leading down. Stairs that were cold and deep. And so that is where we pick up. And I am just going to...
And there was
pop us over on our map here. So for those of you watching on the stream, you're going to get my view on Roll20 this week. So you get to see what I see. So you actually get to see what the guys don't see, because I'm assuming that they're not watching the stream. But you get a little bit of
no screen cheating. This isn't GoldenEye.
So you get a bit of
anyone who's in the chat, don't comment things that you can see on the screen either. That also counts.
That's right, that is. So you get a little bit of behind the scenes that were behind the DM screen, as you can see what I see on Roll20. We are using dynamic lighting and enhanced fog of war, so I get to see the entire map, but for the characters, they are limited. I can give you just an idea of that even by clicking on one of them and showing you here what their field of vision is. Whereas I see...
You're cutting out a little bit there.
You hear me?
Yeah, you just went really quiet for a second there.
Oh, sorry. That happens sometimes. So, as you guys are standing at the top of the stairs, I will describe for you what you see. The cold stone steps lead deep beneath the orchard. You see darkness below. There's a cold air coming up from somewhere deep below. Tailend, I would say that given your experience thus far with the sea, you smell a little bit of brine. Almost as if the cold below kind of is reminiscent of the waters of the cold northern ocean, northern sea. It's an unusual sensation, as you're not expecting to have that smell, that scent. You're kind of in the middle of an island here, not right by the shore, and being indoors at the moment as well. It's an unusual thing to smell. How would you like to proceed?
Now, you said there was like an ever-burning candle or something at the top as well? Like there's light down here, or a light source, right?
There is, yes. So what you had found before at the top of the stairs, actually, there was a candle that was kind of set on this pedestal. and the flame you discovered to be enchanted to be burning continuously. You had also detected that there was a magic enchantment either on the candle or the pedestal that was basically like an alarm. It was kind of sensing the door, pointing towards the door, seemingly to detect when the door was opened. And that is right at the very top of the landing before the stairs lead down into the cellar.
Okay, so Flick is going to take a minute to take a look at that candle, and he's going to pull the big leather-bound book out of his backpack.
Okay.
This is the one that he's going to like start rapidly flipping through pages and sort of looking at the candle and comparing it to stuff in the book. And you can see the wheels are turning, and a penny has dropped at some, and it like he's having an aha moment, and he's sort of piecing together all this stuff, and then he starts flipping towards the front of the book and says, "Hey fellas, check this out." He pulls out his whip and just gives a little test flick, and there's like this spark of electricity goes up the length of the whip and comes back out, and he sort of looks at it and goes, "This is awesome." For metagame purposes, I've leveled up as an Eldritch Knight, and now I have spells.
Whoa, hold on a second here. Nice. So yeah, we have a spellcaster added.
Well, that's what happens when you read a lot of books. You tend to learn magic, apparently.
I think now I'm the only one here that doesn't cast spells.
Who needs spells when you have muscles, right?
Yeah. I cast Smash.
Yeah, we had a fighter in our other group who would often refer to casting Great Axe. That was his thing. Anywho, we've got stairs going down, eerie cold coming up. I am interested in sorting out the bottom of this mystery. Maybe we can find where the spooky laughter is coming from, or maybe this is the hidden loot box. Who knows? I want to look what's down here.
Tor's gonna give like a little nod of.
Oh, Flick, did you want to sneak on down there and take a look around?
Sure. Question. With my dark vision, is that showing with the light sources here?
In looking into the darkness, yeah, I'd say the light would obscure it a little bit, but you can kind of see just the darkness down the stairs. The stairs kind of seem to go down past the edge of your vision. What you can see, they lead fairly deep from what you can tell.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I will stealth down and try and skulk around to see if I can find a good hidey spot and see what I can see.
All right.
So stealth check. Here we go. Not the world's best stealth check, but that is a 16 as I am sneaking down the stairs.
Okay. Feeling pretty sneaky. You're thinking it's not too hard to not make too much noise as you make your way down the steps. As you move your way down, the cold stones steps eventually open to a small stone chamber. You see damp walls with cold dew and water puddling in one corner. As soon as you kind of enter the room, enchanted torches come to life, reacting to your presence. As the light emanates and fills the room, you see another substance other than water on the floor. Blood. You see a spattering along with some footsteps that have tracked through the blood, leading toward another set of stairs that lead out of the room and down into another chamber.
Is that to the left or to the right?
Oh, sorry, that's back in the room that you were just in, actually.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Yeah, you moved ahead there. So
Aha, this is the room. Gotcha.
yes, that's the chamber. That is the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, this is the first flight of stairs here. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
More torches here. So the blood has been tracked through.
Yes, you can see footsteps.
Is it still wet now, or is it dried and was tracked through when it was?
How would you like to find out?
I will poke at it. Is it dry? Poke it with my finger.
It is not. It's not not dry. It's not like, just from a quick poke, it doesn't seem like fresh, but you're not exactly sure how fresh it is. You can make a investigation check if you wanted to, or a nature check or medicine check. Anything along those lines.
Yep, all the same. That would be a 4.
That's blood.
It tastes a little stale to me. That's about all I can say.
That's blood. You're like, yep, that's blood. But as much as you can do at the moment.
Well, fellas, we got a room. More of these. Are these the torches that lit up automatically? Are they also attached?
Yeah, so the sconces are set in the wall, and there's these sort of bronze torches that are set in them. And as soon as you enter, they just, like, the very tip of them just kind of like flicker to life with flame.
Are they like just sort of like hanging on the wall in little holders, or are they like attached to the wall themselves?
You take a quick try to move over and try to pull them out, and they're actually stuck in the wall.
Okay.
They're not meant to be picked up. They're meant to be set and stay in place there.
You successfully predicted what I was going for. I thought this was like a free torch situation.
It is not. But even just a quick glance into the room below, you can see that there are some other sconces. It appears that this place was designed to alleviate the need of handheld torches.
Tortuga's gonna approach the entrance to the next room, and let's see what I have in my inventory here. He's going to take one of his 10 torches, one of his unlit ones, and he's just gonna kind of underhand toss down the next hallway to see if that will activate the torches, like just the motion of throwing something in.
Okay, so you want to take a torch, and I will say that as you're standing at the top of the stairs there, looking into the next room, you do see water. Quite a bit of water. So the stairs actually lead down into water. And yeah, as you throw the torch, it actually sizzles as it hits the water and goes out, and the torch kind of floats on the top of the water. The light in the next room does not seem to react, but the water does seem to be at least deep enough. It's hard to tell at this point because it is a little bit dark, but it's not just like laying on the ground. Like the torch is actually kind of bobbing, floating in the water now at this point.
Oh, now isn't it a good thing that I can breathe under? I mean, I guess I'm the only one here who probably can.
That is a true statement.
That is a very true statement. Yeah.
That's just the rules of this world.
Do you guys want to
So Flick's got
bring Isaac along, or do you want to have Isaac hold down the fort as
have
it
him
were?
stand guard.
Am I large enough that I could carry them on the back of my shell if I were to try and swim across the room?
I'd say probably not all at once. I mean, Flick is pretty small as a goblin, so definitely you could fit him on your back without too much difficulty. Talon would be not impossible, just be a little bit trickier, but I'd say you'd be able to do it.
Right. I guess I can carry Flick. Everyone else is on.
But it'll also depend how deep the water actually is.
Mm-hmm.
As for Isaac, as long as he's able to catch up with us next time, we can leave him to hold down the fort here, and then we don't have to worry about doing bad things with his character.
All right.
Yeah,
He's got some.
the exit.
He says, "I've got some gadgets I want to work on. I'll watch the stairs here and see if anybody follows us, and I'll work on some grenades and ideas that I have." That sounds like that
Torque,
sounds like
don't
an
worry
Isaac thing
about
to
me.
say.
I can find my way across water. There's never been a body of water I couldn't.
And he'll give a nod.
Conversely, I will never turn down a free ride.
I just gonna plop him on my shoulder.
This I could do. So as I'm
Alright.
sitting up there, and Flick has at least taken a look at one of these torches now, and he's now sort of, again, he's playing around. He's got his book out again as he's sitting on Torque's shoulder,
Okay.
and he now creates an image, a minor illusion, so an image of one of those torches. It can't actually cast any light. He now recreates one. It recreates one as like, and sort of is smiling to himself, like, okay, he's playing with his new toys. He's cracked this puzzle, and now he's sort of starting to sort stuff.
Gotcha. Cool. So Torque, as you step down into the water, you realize the need to swim is non-existent, as it only seems to be about a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet deep total.
Okay.
Okay, so nipples deep on Flick.
So for Flick is going to be a little bit deeper, but for Torque, yeah, it's like, oh, okay. It's not flooding the chamber. It's just, there's definitely a layer of water. A few feet deep.
Well, I mean, it's good to be cautious regardless.
So as you enter this room, what you see is kind of an opening to either side, and the lights now do kind of come to life. There are ornate pillars. These pillars are very well carved, very fancy looking. The stonework is elaborate. Time has been taken to craft these, and you can actually see the water level seems to be a little bit higher at one point. You can see the mark on the pillars and now kind of around the walls where there is a stain, sort of that permanently or water level that's there for a very long time would leave that kind of stain around the room. You can see it not significantly higher, maybe about like 5 or 6 inches higher than the current water level. So it does seem that this water level has gone down from where it was before. Looking to
How deep is the water?
The water is a couple feet deep. It's about 2 feet deep. So it looks like it was maybe 2.5 before that. Not significant. It doesn't seem that this chamber was ever like flooded or anything like that. What you do see though.
So it's not that we're just like, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So it's not like we're just at low tide.
No. But you do notice that this is salt water that you're standing in. It's definitely not fresh water. It is salty and has that brine smell to it. So Talon, you now know the source of the smell that you caught at the top of the stairs, and there is a significant amount of seawater down here. So looking,
Smells like home.
you can see 2 different openings on either side of the chamber, to the left and the right. Looks like there's a couple of hallways and tunnels that lead down off to the sides.
So as Torque is just kind of swimming around this chamber, looking around, Talon's just going to begin singing to him, "Me hat is frozen to me head," and as he swings his feet, the water beneath him will freeze solid, and he'll step on top of that and kind of float a little bit. "Me body is like a lump of lead," and then do the same thing over next and take another step. "Me shoes are frozen to me feet," and another one. and he'll just kind of start walking his way across the water, freezing it beneath him. But every 2 steps, the freezing behind him fades back into water.
Nice.
So it's only directly below his feet that's frozen.
Okay. So you just see little like little like frozen footsteps as he kind of walks along the top of the water. Very nice.
Oh, which way do you think we should go? The water's not deep enough for Torque to like completely submerge and be
Oh no, this is like
No.
maybe up to his.
Okay. You don't even need to swim.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's not that deep.
I mean,
Definitely.
he can kind of like get on all fours and kind of like pull himself across like an alligator.
Or like a toddler playing in the surf.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Probably something along those lines, yeah.
Do we hear anything coming from either of these passages?
Make a perception check, if you would like.
Sorry, you'll have. I only caught the end of that.
Make a perception check, if you would like.
Ah, yes. I would like to do that. Oh, what's over here? Oh no. That's a 6.
Other than
That
your
was very
own kind of chitter chatter back and forth, you haven't really caught wind of anything.
Curse my powers relying upon singing.
Makes it hard to hear things, yeah. Yeah, I mean the
Well,
water kind of
Flick, what is your what is?
stuff, but...
Yeah, that's true. Flick, what does your goblin intuition say?
Let's go this way because it's closer. And he starts heading towards the western passage.
Or at least pointing
Torque-
in that direction.
Torque will follow
Okay.
for.
Yes, I'll steer Torque with my knees.
Wait, are you still on my shoulder? Even though it's not.
It's pretty deep for me because I'm only like 3.5 feet tall. If it's 2 feet deep, that's like
Oh, okay.
up. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up to my armpit.
I mean, plus it'll get your book wet.
Yeah, I'm trying to read here. Come on.
It's true. Yeah, you just got this magic book, or you just started making use of it. At least don't want to lose it now.
So yeah, I will suggest we go west just because that looks like it's a good one.
All right.
And I'll create the illusion of a little arrow, a glowing green arrow that sort of blinks this direction.
I love it. All right. So yeah, as you kind of
And then Talen's just kind of swish his hand and mutter something under his breath and create a little arrow out of water right next. But then have to balance on one foot as he does that.
Torque is going to point with his hand towards the chamber.
seems so mundane. As you kind of near the entrance of that corridor, you can see more lights kind of from somewhere in and around the corner, activating to your presence.
Activated to our dynamic lighting.
Yay.
These torches make me uneasy.
It's unnatural.
So you enter the corridor seems to kind of twist and turn a little bit, and it's a little bit of a tight fit. And as you kind of move through the water, Torque is like kind of sloshing around. The water is chilly. It's not uncomfortably cold, like not to the point where you're freezing, but it's definitely not warm.
It is right next to me.
You see a ladder set into the water that actually leads up. Not a great height, only about 5 feet. And you can see another passage that's like a landing that's kind of 5 feet up above, looking down the hallway there. You see another chamber with pillars set into the floor.
This is an awfully elaborate basement.
Yeah, is there any clue or indication of what the purpose of this structure is?
You can make a educated guess if you'd like. If you want to make, you can make just a general intelligence check based on what you've seen so far, or a history check.
That's a tree. I am rolling garbage tonight. So yeah, I have no clue.
It's underground and there's water. Why? No
It's
idea.
a sewer.
Yeah.
I would say it definitely does not
the-
appear to be a sewer. The carvings in the structures are a little bit too intricate from what you've seen for a sewer.
It's an aqueduct.
Well, the dry part looks inviting, so I will scamper off of Torque's shoulder up the ladder.
Okay, noted.
Torque's like just he's like a rock climbing wall. He's just so craggy that you plenty of handholds on your way down the back of his.
This ladder, is it wooden?
It is made out of a combination of wood and iron. Parts of it do seem to have been weathered a little bit. It's been here. It's not ancient, but it's been here for a while. It could use some.
It's
fixing.
been kind of worn by the salt water, like it's rotted away slightly.
A little bit, but it seems to have been built also to withstand it. Like it's well built. Yeah.
Okay.
Flick, at the top of the landing, just kind of around the corner, you do see a wooden door.
Hey, fellas, there's a door up here. I say,
Oh,
Not-
it's
not-
your arch
not-
nemesis.
yeah. I won't shout down, but at least let them know. Hey, there's a door up here if you're interested in getting your feet dry.
He looks down, notices his boots are completely dry.
I mean, I'm interested in staying dry. How's that sound?
Torque lumbers on up.
Okay.
I imagine there's a great deal of creaking as that happens.
Yeah, the ladder holds, but doesn't seem to have been intended for somebody of your girth, Torque. Not meant for turtles.
All right.
At
Well,
least
these
not
guys
turtles of this.
of this grandeur, you mean, right? He's fantastic.
Absolutely.
While these guys are climbing up, I'll check the door and see if it's locked.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
That is a... Nope, that's an 11.
Okay. Doing a quick survey of it, it is locked. It looks to be a fairly simple lock just by taking a glance. You're like, just nothing too elaborate.
Okay, well, while they're climbing up, I'll get out the thieves' tools and see what I can do to it.
Okay.
Climbing is for the peasantry. And it's windy weather, boys. Whoosh, and I'm just going to loft myself up to the top.
Ooh,
Fancy pants.
I rolled double digits finally. So that's a 22 on my thieves' tools check.
Oh, yeah. Easily enough. Insert the lock, like half a second. Lock pops open. Not a problem.
Isaac was distracting me before.
Perfectly valid.
He does tend to do that, doesn't he?
Now, the salt air hasn't horribly rusted these hinges.
It has not, actually. And it's interesting. Like whatever the water is touching does seem to be affected by sort of the brine of the saltiness of the water. But anything that's not in the water doesn't bear the same signs of connection to the sea, weathering by the sea that you would expect.
Oh well, this is good news for now.
Either that or it's made of stainless steel. Either way, I'm ready to open this puppy if you guys are ready.
Torque is gonna have his Torque's gonna have his anchor at the ready.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think just in case, I'll pull the flintlock out.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Flick, you want to open the door?
Yep. Yeah. My hand's on my whip. One hand on the whip, one hand sort of pushes the door. I'm assuming it's a push.
Yeah, you can push it open. All right. So, as the door swings outward and open, you see a many-pillared chamber on the far side. One chamber or one pillar on the far left seems to have collapsed onto what appears to be an open casket. You see another casket on the right, and directly ahead of you there is a stone altar. And as you enter the room, lights come on along the side of the room, and on the very center of the altar, a small brazier lights into flame as well.
I'm starting to think this wasn't an ordinary brewery, or
This could be the family crypt.
This certainly ain't the fruit cellar, that's for sure.
well, like this is like the autopsy of Jane Doe. Like the family just runs a morgue under the house.
There you go.
You don't know. Maybe they were graveyard keepers in moonlight.
You do see another door to your right, to the north, on the north side of the room.
I'm gonna go take a look at the busted up crypt or casket.
Okay.
Now, Flick, don't you go grave robbing.
No, just looking, interested.
All right.
Last thing we need are ghosts.
You need more ghosts.
So taking a quick look inside, it is empty. You don't see a body of any kind. You do see some wrappings. Looks like someone or something was interred here at some point. The casket itself, it's a stone sarcophagus, does seem to have been badly damaged by the pillar that's collapsed. And looking above, you can see where part of the ceiling in this area has collapsed in as well. Something in this has caused this corner of the room to start to give way.
Now, when you say wraps, are we talking bandages or are we talking like a shawl?
Like grave wrappings.
Okay.
But like not like pulled off. That doesn't look like somebody broke them open. They're just like scraps, like stuff that's kind
So
of
we're talking
deteriorated and old. That look like they've been there for a long
normal burials, not mummification.
Shroud of Turin, not the.
Yeah. Just nothing that screams, mummy or anything unusual. It just seems like a normal
Perfect.
coffin, from what you can tell.
Excellent. I will go look at the other one and make sure that it still has whatever seal it might have, if it's sealed with wax or lead or anything like that.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
And then would I recognize this altar at all?
Go ahead and make a religion check.
15 on the investigation.
It does appear sealed. It doesn't appear to have been opened. You don't see any scratch marks or anything around it. It's well preserved. It's very nice. Again, the stonework, the carvings and the etchings and stuff have been done with great care. It's fine quality.
What is it sealed with? Just out of...
it seems to be something just kind of around the edge. It looks like some sort of like a polymer of some sort that's
sticky or metallic, I guess.
sticky.
Or...
The sticky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sticky and metallic.
Dun, dun, dun.
Any chance this altar is reminiscent of a certain priory I may have spent time in?
It is not. You don't see.
Then in that case, I got a 4.
Yeah. No, this does not. There's no connection to the goddess of nature here. what you do see on it, there's a symbol. Um, it's interesting actually. It's got a trident, and the trident has like a kind of like a wave, a carving of a wave that's going through the shaft. So it does seem to be connected to the sea in some sort, but it's nothing that you would have seen where you lived previously.
Hmm.
Hey, Torque, any of this ringing any bells to you?
Yeah, is it ringing any bells for me?
Nah, not if
That's
I
a good
hurt. I
question.
mean, if you want to make a religion check, if you're proficient or history or something like that, then you can.
Well, Torque's never been particularly religious. However, my wisdom score does give me some insight into the situation. I'll see what I can. I'll see if he has any passing knowledge. It was oh, it was a 22. I guess he knows something after all.
um, I would say though, since you're untrained in religion specifically, it does it seems reminiscent of things that you've seen in your travels on the ocean. Um, ancient symbols that might belong to a not a forgotten religion, but one that's definitely not prominent anymore. Um, some sort of sea deity, or the name doesn't come to you though. But you get some sort of connection. You've seen something. You've seen trident symbols like this here and there. Nothing like too prominent though.
As Torque is kind of looking around, he kind of flexes his hand reflexively, like his claws twitch, and a little tiny sort of spark of electricity runs up his fingertips. This is a sacred place. We shouldn't be here.
Noted. How about that door then?
Do you want me to do my thing?
Well, let me check it first. Is this one locked?
Taking a quick look, it does appear to be locked.
Son
You know,
of a
Torque,
gun.
generally when you have to use thieves' tools to get into some place, you're not supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good that time. That's a 10 on the open lock.
A 10. Again, this lock doesn't seem to be all that intricate, and you kind of look at it for a second, and it takes a little bit longer than the first one, but you still manage to get it open after about half a minute.
Yeah, I'm getting back in the groove here. It's all good. This one's open. You guys ready?
By all means.
Then I shall push the door.
All right.
What if it's a pulled door?
Son of a gun.
All right. The door opens. This one with a little bit of a creak, revealing a chamber beyond. Sorry, another hallway beyond that kind of goes forward only about 10 feet or so, and then curves off to the right.
Aside from the painfully loud echoing of the creek, do we hear anything beyond this corridor?
Make a perception check.
That's a little better. That's a 12.
You hear a faint sound of movement. Hard to tell what the cause might have been, but as the door opened, after a second, you kind of hear maybe
It stops.
yeah, it could have been like very quick, some sort of rustling, maybe something scraping. Not entirely sure, but there definitely was some sound. And it's kind of distant. It's coming from somewhere around the corner, up around.
Yeah. Flick.
Yes, sir.
I think we may
Alright.
have something in here with us, just beyond the darkness there.
Are you calling upon my mastery of the skulking arts?
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, but I think in this case we should go the extra mile. Just give me 2 shakes.
I'm
And so the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of give a low whistle. And then I'm gonna reach into the breast pocket of my coat, pull out a little feather, and then throw it in the air as it transforms into a parrot that settles down on my shoulder. Willie, be a lad and accompany our dear goblin friend. Don't worry, he doesn't peck. And the bird just settles down onto your shoulders.
I didn't know you had a boy. That's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, this is Willie. He's sort of a companion of mine.
Hey, Willie, come here. Come here, Willie. Let's go take a look.
He likes crackers.
I do not have any crackers. I do have some jerky. Willie, let's go have some jerky and go take a look. I'm going to
And then
slink up the hallway.
Okay.
and then just for good measure, we're gonna throw some bardic inspiration in there as well.
All right.
It's covering all the bases.
Is that
Oh,
a-
goblin and a bird sneaking round that dark corner. Oh, a goblin and a bird sneaking round the dark corner.
a D6?
And then my eyes will go completely white as I zone into Willie
Right.
to be able to see and hear what he sees and hears.
All right. Tail
Your inspiration is a D6.
It's a D6, yes.
And do I have to choose?
You can add. No, you can do it before or after the roll.
All right, so I'll roll first and then see. All right, here we go. Stealth roll. All right.
You just have to choose before Craig says whether or not it succeeds.
Yeah, so I figured my 6 on the D20 plus the 3 on the D6 is all right. So that's a total of 16 on stealth.
Okay. Rogues, man. All right. Feeling pretty confident in your sneaking abilities. You kind of crouch down and start to move quietly. So you do see that the passage kind of curves around a little bit. As soon as you pop out into the hallway, you see a figure with a crossbow down the way, standing in front of the door. And as soon as you kind of pop around, takes a second and looks. Hi! Takes a shot.
Jeez Louise.
Does an 18 hit you?
No, sir.
All right.
Throw up my I duck behind my shield and
All right. So yes.
twang.
You the figure seems to be wearing some sort of like long trench coat. Kind of looks like a pirate. That kind of garb. A sailor definitely of some sort. All right. So let's give me a moment here, and we will initiate combat. Once
I guess I should figure out what Willie's initiative is.
So are you like a variant human then? Or do bards have Find Familiar on their spell list?
I am cross class.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna move you guys out of the way here for a second so I can get on here and add to 10.
Because you'll notice I didn't have to spend an hour to cast that either.
You did not, no.
That's true, he did not.
So my initiative count was a 15.
That's a 19 for Tayland.
Oh man, still got the old ones in here. Crazy.
The old what?
Oh, the old initiative. It saved it from last time.
Oh, yeah. I guess it doesn't really expire.
Yeah. All right. So Talon, sir, what'd you get?
It's a 19.
Okay. Flick.
18 for me.
Not 48. And this guard.
Ah, that's a 3 for Willie.
You go 13.
God damn it.
Oh, as Willie gets his own. I don't have a thing for Willie there, so we'll just remember he's at the
52
bottom of the order there.
reader.
All right, so Talon, you do get the jump.
Cool. I'm gonna have to zone out of Willie so that I can actually do something with my own body, which is why Willie is so slow on the uptake there. And I'm going to have to move 30 feet to get to the corner. And he has a crossbow, you said?
Yes, from what you saw. At the very
Okay.
least.
In that case, let's... Okay, then what I'm going to do... yo ho heave ho, there are hungers as strong as the wind and tides. And I'm just going to kind of start up this old pirate shanty as a fog cloud is going to surge around me down through the hallway and surround Flick, Torque, and Willie, encompassing them in a fog, making it a lot harder to hit them with a crossbow.
Okay. So would that does it go around corners? What's the range on that? What's the size of that thing? Your fog cloud?
That is... Pardon me. Fog cloud. 20-foot radius sphere of fog that spreads around corners, and the area is heavily obscured. So I think that's a +5 AC bonus.
Okay, so we'll say it's kind of blocking, goes about that far into the hallway there. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I've already moved 30 feet, and then I'll do that. And oh, actually, I can totally throw another Bardic Inspiration note. And then, while I'm at it, I'm gonna throw another Bardic Inspiration note at Flick.
Okay.
Gladly accepted.
Flick, you feel inspiration hit you in the side of the head as it's thrown at you.
A poor old man came riding by, and we say so, and we know so.
All right, Flick.
As much as I appreciate the cover, let's just see.
You could do hit and run tactics with it.
Absolutely. So this guy's got a crossbow. I'm gonna run right up into his face because I gotta use the new toys. So
All right.
make sure that he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay still. So you see electricity crackle up.
Just for everyone, as you kind of run past the one passage, you do kind of just quickly to the right. You do see a secondary guard that was standing there as you kind of run past.
Noted. I'll say there's more as I'm running.
That's okay. This whole area is obscured, so we should be okay for a little bit.
All right. So I'm gonna. You see, electricity crackles up my whip once more, and I'm going to booming blade on this chap here. Yeah, that's not great.
You have Bardic Inspiration.
This is true.
Use the inspiration, Luke.
Says I, old man, you soon shall die.
All right, does a 13 hit?
13 does hit.
Yes!
Sweet! All right, so he can enjoy 8 points of damage And if he moves, he will take an additional D8 of lightning damage, as
Okay.
I have now sent the lightning off of my whip onto him.
Nice. It's a little bit of a spark kind of like circling around him.
And then as a bonus action, I will dash back into the fog.
Okay.
Lightning Goblin!
Getting a close-up look at him, he does appear to be a rather gruff human. He's kind of reminiscent of smugglers and the like that you've seen. Not your typical guard. More like a thug kind of personality.
Yeah, we may have stumbled into an underground smuggling ring, boy.
Wait,
All right, so
did you have enough room to run there and run back? Oh yeah, I guess you would have.
oh wait, I'm not a. Oh wait, I am a. Hang on, I am.
His whip is
goblin.
10. His whip is 10 feet though, so he doesn't have to get right in his face.
I think maybe my roll 20 glitched. It looked like he was further up than he was. That was my bad.
He only needs to
Hang
get
on.
within 10 feet.
Hang on. But booming blade, you have to be 5 feet. So I did have to go all the way up.
Really?
Yes.
You gotta get spell sniper.
Yes, I do. And I was thinking of rogue. I cannot dash as a bonus action.
No.
As a goblin, I can. As a goblin, I can disengage or hide as a bonus action.
But you can't dash. So you just thought to be.
But I cannot dash. So I'd still be up there.
Yeah.
There.
Is
But
he
if
still?
he moves,
Is he still in the fog cloud?
No.
I can't
Sorry.
actually see what's happening right now.
I feel like I accidentally rules lawyered you guys. I'm very sorry.
No. Keeping me
No,
honest is
no.
also good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not my intention.
Oh, excuse me, guys. All right, Torque.
All right. Let's see.
So there's just the one other guy though.
Flick shouted there's more when he ran up to this guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Flick, from what you could tell, you only saw the one other one.
Okay, so up the first corridor, there's one other guy.
Okay. I'll move down to the entrance of the first corridor,
Okay.
and
You see another guy similarly dressed, kind of holding a crossbow.
drawing a weapon can be part of the attack action for that weapon, right?
That's correct.
All right. In that case, I'm going to just barrel down the corridor,
Okay.
and I'm going to take out a javelin. And this is our third session. I'm kind of surprised I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to rage.
Hey.
And as Torque rages, there's sort of a crackling sensation in the air as these blue sort of like bioluminescent lines rise up the sides of Torque's arms and up his neck as he opens his mouth and shoots a bolt of lightning out of his maw at the guard. So the guard is gonna have to make a dexterity.
Which one? You shooting the one to your right, like to the north there?
Yeah, the one down the corridor.
Okay. So not the one that Flick is engaged with.
Yes.
That's a 14.
Whoops. Yeah. Wait. Nope, that's correct. Sorry, I just put up an aura to make sure that he was in my range. Looks like he is. Oh wait, no, it's not. Never mind. Sorry, I got the aura wrong. But okay, let's see. It should be 8 plus my proficiency plus my constitution. Yeah, unfortunately, he's gonna succeed, which means that he is only going to take 2 lightning damage.
Okay.
But that potentially doesn't matter because action, I'm gonna whip around and hurl a javelin as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's a 6 plus my rage. That should be 8 damage.
All right.
Wait. Yes. Yes, 8 damage.
So after a little bit of lightning combined with a javelin thrown with rage, pierces through him. Kind of looks down his chest for a second, looks up at you. Just drops to the ground. Crossbow clatters out of his hand onto the ground.
That will conclude my turn.
All right. Also concludes his before he gets one.
Permanent.
Your turn is.
I didn't need to disengage. Look at that.
All right. So Flick, the one in front of you, just drops the crossbow and pulls out a rather kind of nasty-looking, somewhat rusty scimitar and goes to take a slash at you. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Well, shit.
Wow, that'll do it.
As a reaction, Flick holds up his shield and then throws his other hand up, and a magical shield increases his armor class by 5, and that misses.
All right. He goes, hey, all of a sudden the shield comes up and just kind of looks at you like confused now, like, what are you?
We magic up in this bitch.
That's it for him. Just kind of is like, what? Hearing the dying scream, or like the dying of his companion tune, now looking at you after you've hit him with lightning and now magic shield. And you're like,
Yeah, I'm sure he at least saw like the flash from that.
probably. Tayland.
For reference, I guess.
Technically, Willie would go first.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Willie is going to fly off of the shoulder of Flick and begin pecking at the face of the guard, providing the help action.
Okay. Talen's Willie is pecking at the guard. Noted.
Ah, god damn it.
Sorry.
I didn't even think of that.
I cannot.
I hate you.
I'm unavailable for comment.
Alright, then I'm going to run up so I can actually see what the heck's going on. Which is 5, 10. Okay, so I can get... Torque, you're in the way. That's fine. I'll move here.
I think you like slide under him.
Yeah, I'll just
scamper over him.
get it, scamper around him. And I still have my pistol out. I'm going to line up and take a shot at the guard, which presumably should go right over Flick's head.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to have advantage on this because of my bird.
He's probably hit standing close to 6 feet, so easy enough shot.
Ah, even with the bird. God, okay. Yeah, that's a 10.
Unfortunately, it kind of...
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Taking the shot and you aim a little bit too high. Hits the...
Blammo!
Stone door behind him, actually, and kind of hits a little... You see a little bit of a chip, actually, in the door that he's standing in.
I was trying not to hit Flick. I aimed a bit high.
Well, you succeeded.
Not that tall.
You succeeded in not hitting Flick, so... that's it for Talon?
Yeah, well, at least Willie's still pecking out the guy's eye.
There you go. Flick.
I think I will do the reverse of what I did last time. So I will, again, Booming Blade him, and this time, bonus action, disengage and back up.
All right.
So that is a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Come with us to the fog. It's lovely.
So 10 points of damage to this cat.
All right. So with a
Holy crap!
with a resounding strike, he just cut open. He looks down, kind of. Scimitar drops out of his hand. He collapses out of the ground.
Well, there goes any chance of interrogation.
For the moment, you find yourself.
Torque may have gotten a little.
Just kind of look around for a second. Don't hear any other sounds. Just momentarily seem to be in the clear.
I'm pretty sure the gun, I'm pretty sure the discharge of the flintlock would have woken up anybody else who happened to be here. I'm just gonna be cursing and muttering under my breath as I reload the thing.
If there's no one left to attack, then Torque's rage is going to peter out.
All right.
He looks a bit confused as to what just happened.
And I'll clap him on the shoulder. Well done.
There's a little bit of electric shock as you like, you know, when you drag your feet on a wool carpet and then touch, you just get like a little
Yow! You're quite the you have quite the shocking personality. You can have that one for free.
So the hallway.
I should explain.
The hallway that you find you
sorry.
guys, the hallway you find these stairs in, just for a quick description, you see total 3 stone doors. There are a couple of iron portcullises that you spotted as well that seem to be blocking off sort of one other chamber, but that area you can see through. But then you do see these other stone heavy solid doors. One at the very end of the chamber, the hallway where Flick is, and then Flick, as you ran by, you saw a secondary passage off to your right where there was another stone door, and Torque, you can see the one beyond the guard that you took out as well.
So then Willie, who is still pecking out the eye of the now corpse, is gonna...
I guess, yeah, you never really asked.
No, I didn't. I'm just gonna give a light whistle, put my arm out, and he's gonna rest up there, and then I'm just gonna kind of wave my hand over in front of him, and when I remove my hand, he's gone.
Hey, Talon, your Willie's a great pecker, I gotta say.
I don't even care. I'm expending a spell slot to dump 10 gallons of water on your head.
Oh, Flick just gets completely drenched in water.
See you?
Torque has a good chuckle about that.
Oh man, good times. All right, what do you guys want to do? You got multiple avenues
so we've
of
got-
exploration.
3 stone doors and a portcullis. Is that
Two
whatever?
portcullises from. Yeah, so one Torque can he would be. I'd say you'd probably be able to see it just kind of around the corner. Up there, you can just make out kind of the edge of an iron grate, and then one to the right of where you entered into this hallway.
A grate? Well, that's
Like
just
iron,
great.
like iron bars, like lattice bars, like that's what portcullis is.
Can I see the what's on the other side of the bar?
You can. Looking through on the other side, it appears to be some sort of storage area from what you can make out. There are crates and barrels, a couple of boxes on the ground, that kind of thing, all stacked up.
Oh, hey, I gotta rifle through the pockets of these guys and see if we can find any keys or orders or some indication of who the hell they are.
Go ahead and...
Yeah, you know what works well for that is interrogation.
I said, what? Couldn't hear you. I'm going finding all the money. Hang on.
Go ahead and make investigation check.
Torque picks up one of the dead guards by the collar. Who are you?
Look, you're dripping everywhere.
That's an 18 on the investigation.
They, other than their weapons, you do find some crossbow bolts. They don't seem to be carrying any valuables on them. No keys, no coins. Very, very,
Out of curiosity, what kind of armor were they wearing?
very shoddy looking leather armor.
Bah.
Yeah. It's very, again, like kind of pirates, like very patchwork. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
A motley assortment.
Yeah. All right. What's the plan?
Well, we've got doors or we've got iron grates to get through. Which would you guys prefer?
Just those purple. I put those purple lines on there so you guys can see that's where the grates are. Since technically you can see through it.
It looks like dry goods. I don't know. Is it worth our effort to try and get in there or what?
Can I try and pull the bars out, like just rip the grate out with my turtle?
You can go ahead and make a strength check if you'd like.
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm riding the high of the thrill of the kill. I feel empowered.
Ooh.
But not that empowered. I rolled an.
Yeah, you grab on it. They're pretty solid.
I'm just gonna kind of start going off in the background. Medal of Honor, door fighter, kicking down doors wherever we go.
You do see to the right of the gate as you're kind of like pulling open, set into the wall. You can see like an iron circle, like a padlock, and it's got a keyhole right in the middle.
Yo, Flick,
Oi, I'm on it.
you need to get a second pair of those things.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. Nope, not this time. That is an 8.
This lock definitely seems a little bit more complicated than the simple ones on the doors earlier. It's this area is not meant to be opened as easily, from what you can gather. Even just kind of looking in the lock, and there's like more tumblers than you expected in there. It's like, oh, it's complicated, tricky.
Could I try the? Does the other gate also have a lock on it, or is it just a gate?
If you make your way down and around to it, you do see a similar hole on the wall beside the gate. It looks exactly the same.
Do you think a thunder wave could burst the thing open?
Well, I'll give it a whirl on the other one. See if I can.
Okay.
Now I've got some practice. Nope, that'd be a second natural 1 on that. So that's another 8.
Natural
And
1.
I do not have practice.
All right. Looking down at your lockpicks, you're like, maybe I better not try that again. You felt as you were kind of going in there that you almost got to a point where you're going to snap and say, oh, okay, maybe I should pull back. It's tricky.
What say we find a key?
Hey, how wide are the spaces between the bars?
Very, very tight. You've probably got maybe like an inch. Like it's.
Oh, so they're not parrot width. Okay.
No, it's very well guarded. I mean, you can see through, but it's a very, very tight lattice of iron bars that have got like big bolts and stuff as well. Like this.
So it's very durable then. Okay.
Yes.
Your willy's too big.
That's gonna
I
be the.
did not foresee the future
That's gonna
here.
be the theme of the night, isn't it? Oh man.
Name of the episode.
His name is William, okay?
Start calling him Bill. Bill.
Seriously.
He's Willy now. You can't take that back.
Well, no, it is Willie.
It's out in
It's
the wild.
Willie, short for Willie.
All right.
You guys have to think about the fact that Billy D. Williams' full name is William D. Williams.
It's true.
Actually, his name is Willie Redtail, if you must.
Oh.
Yeah, that does. All right, we got 2 doors.
Three, actually.
3. Wow. Any preferences?
Are all of them locked?
Are any of them locked?
You'd have to find out. What would you like to do? Pick a door, any door?
That one right
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me as you move toward it.
So that would be a 3 on my investigation. I believe it's a door.
Yeah, hard to tell. I don't know.
Well, can I just start trying to open it and see if it opens?
Certainly. You look for the... Kind of look on the door. Okay, it looks like that's a latch there. And as soon as you touch it, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh.
As you touch the handle and you hear a click.
That's better. That's a 22.
All right. So you manage to just duck. Being short kind of helps, and you duck and just get a little bit of a nick at the back of the head as a blade comes swinging out of the side of the wall. You take 2 points of slashing damage. And now you can see just the faintest line running alongside the wall beside the door where the blade kind of swung out of.
Hey, that door's trapped.
Yeah, these guys are playing for keep.
That's probably because there's something behind there that's very valuable.
Like the keys for their dry store. So we can get all of their hardtack.
The door is locked, yes?
Yeah, you moved it, like, as when you hit the, or activated the latch, it didn't open the door. It didn't budge. Just tried to kill you.
All right. Does the trap look like it has reset, or is that a one and done?
The blade kind of came out, like it swung out of the wall and went right back in and disappeared.
So I would need to disable this trap first, huh?
That's a good guess.
All right, let's give that a whirl. That'll be great fun. Ooh! Natural 20! Bam, bam, bam! So that's
All
a
right.
27 on the Thieves' Tools to disable the trap.
So using your diminutive size to your advantage and your dark vision, you kind of find where the crack in the hole in the wall is, and you peer inside, and you can... Oh, I see the mechanism. You see there's a central shaft that the blade seems to kind of swing around, some sort of mechanism activating it, and you can easily make out where you can just kind of ram something in there to kind of dislodge the base of the blade from the shaft that'll stop it from swinging out. And you snap it off.
Easy peasy. Well, let's get this bad boy open. That's an 18 to open the lock.
Start working at the lock. You hear it open. And you go to open the door. Something's blocking it. Door pushes open, but something's stopping it on the other side. So it's unlocked now, untrapped, but
How far does the door open? Like an inch?
not even past the door frame.
Oh,
Like
wow.
as soon as you go to
okay.
move it, it just hits something right away.
So kind of like what Roll20 is doing with that just one sliver of light coming.
Is that what you can see in there? It's hard to do. Sometimes, like with the dynamic lighting, it's hard to get the
Yeah, no, that's hilarious.
tiniest
It's
little-
very well done.
the
Actually.
tiniest little cracks.
Hey, Torque, I think you're.
Sorry, could you repeat that? You cut out.
We need some muscle to get past this, to open this door.
All right, I'll try and give it a good shoulder check.
All right.
kicking down doors.
I will say you
wherever we
notice you did
go.
notice
Open sesame with the
Flick,
steel
that
of
it
my
was quite a heavy stone door as you moved it open.
breaching down doors every day.
Is this
Smash
should
them
be
all to
another
pieces because
strength
they
check,
get in
or
our way.
should this be another strength check, or?
Yeah.
All right, here I go. Oh, that was a little bit better. That was a better showing. 17.
You give a good thump into it, but something's holding it fast on the other side.
Pull the door off the hinges so we can see what's going on if you can.
All right, so
You do
pushing
not
the door
see the
didn't work.
hinges on this side because it opens in. Opens in, so
Well,
Are we
you
going to
don't
have
see
to
any
just
hinges.
like break it into pieces then?
As the non-caster of the group, my options breaking it, and that didn't work. So
Well, you tried opening it. We haven't actually tried smashing it into rubble.
yeah, but that would just kind of end up being the same check regardless. And trying to make the same check twice in a row doesn't really feel earned, you know.
We do have other doors to try.
Yeah, we'll table this one for now.
We're not doing so good at being door fighter.
Doors.
Don't worry, we'll open this door. We'll get on the floor.
Door number 2. Is anyone
Watch for
better at
trap.
Is anyone better at investigation than me, out of curiosity?
Not particularly.
Because like my plus
I'm
one
good
is
at
not
seeing
carrying me very
land
far.
from a far distance off while on a ship.
I've got a +2.
How about the two of us look at this together? Could I assist him and give him advantage?
Sure, yeah.
Now that we know what we're looking for.
Okay. So that's 2 rolls. The higher one, they were both 10. Well, okay then. It's average.
Doesn't appear to be locked after a quick try of the latch. You don't see any obvious traps.
Oh, sure. You get the easy one.
All right. Hang on. Step back. Step away. Step to the side. Blow ye winds westerly, blow ye winds blow. And I'm just gonna gust the door open just in case there's some bucket on top of it or something. I don't know.
Okay. What's the strength of that gust?
Anything weighing 5 pounds will get pushed.
Okay.
So if the door is about 5 pounds spread out, it should get pushed. But if it's heavier than that, then it won't do anything.
Realizing again that this is a very heavy, solid stone door, you gust kind of hits it and disperses.
Okay. So it is a very thick wood stone door.
These are big doors. Yeah.
That's a big door. All right. In that case, yeah. All right, Torque, be my guest.
All right, this time I'm just gonna smash it with my maul.
This
No
one's
more.
open.
Okay.
We don't. We just need you to open the door.
So got a bit carried away there. He's gonna.
It's just that you have a nice big shell to protect you, and we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Flick.
Torque will walk through the door.
All right, you're gonna pull the door open, or push it open. I mean.
Oh.
rather.
I was gonna say, well, if it's a pull door, then I'm just wasting my time in general.
No, it is a push door.
All right.
So immediately as you open the door, Torque, you see a couple of figures on the other side, also carrying crossbows. As soon as the door opens, 2 crossbow bolts come hitting straight towards you. And you see a third figure kind of hiding off, a woman kind of hiding off in the corner of the room, kind of behind statues. But we're going to pause there. We'll take a break. It's almost 10:30, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll pick up this combat when we return. So
always leave on a cliffhanger. You gotta leave them wanting more.
of course. So we will break shortly. Quickly, we'll be back in about 5.
Yeah, I believe Torque was getting shot.
Yes. Thank you so much for reminding.
Yes, Torque is getting shot. All right, we are back after a quick break. And I will take this moment to show my new Tal'Dorei blanket, the Critical Role blanket. It really is as soft as they say. It's just like, yeah.
It's like getting a hug from Matthew Murray.
It is.
Nothing will ever be as soft as that.
I mean, yeah. The dude's like soft incarnate or something. I don't know. He's so chill. I love it. All right.
It's like if John Wick just went around hugging instead of shooting them.
It's interesting. Torque, as you open the door, 2 crossbow bullets come firing in your direction. First one is going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that's right on the money.
And
that's a bullseye right there.
And a 26 to hit.
Delicious.
As a turtle, you have 17 AC. As a barbarian turtle?
As a barbarian turtle, yes. As a turtle, my shell defense gives me a flat AC of 17. But that doesn't stack with my unarmored defense. So I just go with whichever.
Yeah. So you take 7 points of piercing damage as 2 bolts kind of smack
From
into
both?
you. That's total, yeah.
Oh. God. Baby time frolics. Okay.
And you hear a female voice from back in the room. I don't know who you are, but this is private property. You have 2 seconds to turn around and leave, and we might let you live. Continue any further? Well, you get the point.
Do we think these people are part of the smuggler?
Torque is going to unsheath another javelin, and then he's going to say, usually you give the threat before you shoot.
Okay. The 2 individuals in the room, looking a bit more well-dressed than the guards outside. Better dressed, more well-dressed. And I would say at a cursory glance, you can see a definite resemblance to the individual you found dead in the room upstairs. They cock their crossbows once more. So we will reset. I hate that I have to do this every time. I gotta reset this. Our initiative. Roll20 is being slow for me too. Well, I mean, that's nothing new. It's Roll20, but. All right, let me go ahead and. If you're rolling initiative outside of D20, you can go ahead and roll it. Otherwise, just give me a second until I add the terms here.
Ooh. That ain't good.
I didn't get much better.
Is there anything I can add to that? No.
Nope.
Not unless you have feats.
I've got 2 of them.
Man, we're just dropping them tonight. That's good.
I've never heard that joke before in my entire life of playing D&D for 15 years.
I'm detecting some sarcasm in your tone.
Come on.
Oh, well, I guess I can stand here and meat shield you guys while turns.
It's appreciated.
Taylor, what'd you get for initiative?
8.
Okay. This is going to be an interesting one. All right. So one of the individuals gets another. You kind of pull out your javelin, and as soon as you pull it out, and you're kind of making you're making your threatening speech, Torque. He just lines up again and takes another shot at you.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Noticing your threatening stance, not indicating that you're about to leave, one of the individuals cocks his crossbow and takes another shot. That one's going to miss, though. You managed to kind of turn
Ricochets.
to get
Bounces
off your
shell in
pecs.
the way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His pecs. It bounces off his pecs.
And he takes a defensive step backwards and stands in front of the older woman in the room. Flick.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I can
okay,
hear
sorry.
you.
There's just a bit of I wasn't sure if I cut out there first.
Oh.
It's happened to me a few times today, so I'm just very paranoid of it.
Okay. Flick, you're up.
Alrighty. This is going to be a complicated one.
Yeah, let's not go for the lethality this time.
All right. As I'm running by you, as I sneak by, which one do you want me to keep alive?
I mean, all of them preferably, but the woman if you have to.
All right.
You wouldn't be able to get off that much of a conversation. Just keep in mind.
All right. So I moved that far. I'm going to Booming Blade on Jernan here.
Okay. So yeah, getting close. It's pretty obvious. This is Maruna, one of the sons. They both look like they're brothers, and they look like presumably their father upstairs.
So that is a 12 to hit.
That does not hit. Seems a little bit more hardy than guys you fought outside.
That is less good. In that case, I will action surge. Try it again.
All right.
God damn. 15?
15 does not hit. Sorry.
All right.
And you see now under his cloak, as you try to hit and he's kind of moving around, you can see the links of a nice fine chainmail.
Okay. I will bonus action disengage just in case I need to, and I will get to here. So that. Yep, that's where I'll be.
Okay. The one you were just engaged with and took a couple of swings at and managed to miss. He is going to move in and flanks you. It's his brother on the other side. Pulls out a longsword, and with a natural 20.
That's hard to dodge.
Is going to deal 16 points of slashing damage. I rolled a max on my dice.
That's
Critical
So
hit,
low.
y'all. So you get a couple of
Ow.
swings at him, and don't quite find purchase. And as you back up, he just draws the sword and just opens up a nice big slash. You picked the wrong place to enter.
Ow.
The woman now. Boys, let's not be hasty. Aren't you curious as to why these individuals have entered into our private chambers down here?
Not every day you see a turtle and a goblin together.
While my boys play, why don't you tell me who you are and what it is you think you are doing here?
We don't really have like a good answer to that question, do we? We just
That's all she's gonna do. She's just gonna kind of stand back.
That's
and
all right. You
watch.
can leave it to me.
All right, Talon, it's your turn.
let's see some diplomacy.
Some diplomacy. Well, so Craig, question for you then.
Yes.
For talking during combat, what do you rule for that? Like engaging in a conversation.
I'd say because like she's willing to talk right now, but she's kind of letting her, what she said, her sons fight. So if you're kind of just sitting there talking, like you could have like a quick exchange. Like if you want to say something quickly, she could give like a quick answer back. I mean, it is 6 seconds.
That's what I mean.
Give or
So,
take,
but in terms of action economy, is that like a full action to do that?
No. Talking is unless you're like going into some deep monologue, I consider it a free action. You can get like a sentence off.
Okay. Because I'm just trying to see.
I mean, because the way I see it, you can talk while you're doing stuff too. You can be like defending and running and being like,
That's true.
Blah, 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 you know?
I do my best work while speaking anyway. Well, with words.
Speaking with words is...
Wait, you speak with words now? What the?
I know, I can also sing with words.
That's new, right?
Usually he just lets his Willie do the talking.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Devin. You kind of... You set yourself up for it, I mean...
I did. You know, it never occurred to me.
You're so innocent compared to us. I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. So she's asking this question. I'm going to step in flourishingly with a sort of a walk, a shuffle, bow as best I can, and just gonna kind of snap my fingers as sort of very pleasant, very relaxing squeezebox pipe music is going to kind of fill the room, just kind of washing over everything, but mostly focusing on the woman. And she will need to make a charisma saving throw.
Well. How does a natural 18, aka a 20, sound? 20.
Oh, okay. Well.
Natural 18.
I give him
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that's a lot. So, it's the music's still there, for what it's worth. We are seeking to discover the answer of what has happened here, what with the body and everything.
She just kind of eyes you as you're talking.
And the tainted booze.
All right. Is that everything for you, Talon?
Yeah. Yeah. And I will make a point of not drawing any weapons.
Noted. Torque. Would you like to?
Torque will begrudgingly put his javelin away because he doesn't really want to mess with Talon's steez right now. So he's just gonna.
That's a good man.
Plus, he just shrugged off three crossbow bolts, so I feel like he's definitely got the. I think he's got the intimidation factor down after doing that.
Fair enough. Anything specific you want to do other than just putting the weapon away?
I mean, I guess I could actually attempt to I don't know, just to make sure that they don't try anything funny.
Do you want to try and intimidate?
I could.
Go for it. You can use your strength or your charisma for that.
Okay. My strength is the better one.
It's going to be hard for you to intimidate them while nice calming flute music plays around the entire room.
Yeah.
Be scared. Be very scared.
So that'll be a 15. That's kind of, I don't know, middle of the road.
Okay. So there's nice flute music in the room, and then there's a turtle kind of, take a couple shots, and then just kind of staring awkwardly, angrily at them. They seem a little bit off-put, perhaps. Okay, that's all you want to do, Torque?
For now, yeah. I'm gonna let Talon do his thing and try not to derail or interfere too much.
All right. So the individual standing by what you can see now, Flick, as you're right in the room, is a very, very large statue. And the form, it's like a female form, kind of flowy, looks like water. And in one hand she holds a trident, and in the other hand she holds an open clamshell. This figure that's sitting there, a trident and a clamshell. And on
God, she's gonna skin us with a clamshell.
And on either side of the main statue, there's kind of two smaller statues. And
maybe we just interrupted Buckashuck night at this place. We don't know the full story.
The other two statues, they're very odd looking. They look like part humanoid, part shark. They've got like the upper features is kind of like a very shark looking.
Wait, the guys in the room?
No, these are the statues.
Oh, the statues. I was about to say, yeah.
No.
We're just noticing this now.
Yeah, these are the statues. Yeah, and it's they've got tridents as well. And they've got this like very kind of silvered plate armor covering them. They look like these shark person warriors. And so the brother that's kind of standing between you and the statue just makes a grab to try and grab you and hold you. So he's going to make a grapple against you.
Wait, who's he grappling?
And you prove to be too small and slippery for him to grab onto, as you kind of feel his hand reaching down for your shoulder, and you kind of like manage to duck out of the way because he rolled very badly. All right, and
can't catch me.
Tries to grab you, and kind of looks over his shoulder. Oh, what do we do, Ma? Flick, it's your turn.
I will pause for a moment. What does Ma say they're supposed to do?
She hasn't answered yet.
Also, you're the only one who's armed at this.
True. Hot damn.
Dive behind the bench.
Well, it's a matter of whether I want to hit and run, though, because this guy stabbed me real hard.
That's true, he did.
Kind of sliced you open.
I can fix that.
So
Alright,
he's not. Flick's
I
not
can
really
fix
going
that
along
with the power of Stan Rogers.
Flick's not really going along with the negotiations, then, is he?
Well, me and Durnan got a bit of a grudge to settle here, so I'm going to attack Durnan.
Seems like something Flick would do, probably. So.
I just feel like you see like some kind of a ceasefire where everybody's all turned to stare at Ma, and you just see Flick like side eye and just.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
Time
that
in.
is
Time
a,
in.
that's a so another booming blade. This is a 26 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Finally
Most definitely.
connected. Gonna dump in my Fury of the Small as well. So
Ooh.
so he can enjoy 12 points of damage.
Okay.
If he moves, he will take another D8 of lightning damage.
Solid riposte.
And then I will bonus action disengage and scamper behind Torque.
So you just kind of
And I just like scurry away, like galloping away on all fours like a dog that's been hit, right? And I'm just hiding behind Torque. Yeah. This is like totally a parting shot. I like lash him and then I book.
Awesome. He's got a nice wound.
I guess
down his
Talon's
spine.
going to Talon's going to nervously take a stance of confidence as he literally stands in front of everybody without a weapon.
So, Durnan's turn now. the other brother. Let me kill
The one
them
who
all.
just got lashed.
Let me kill them all. And he's not having any of this. He's gonna rush forward at you, Talon, since you're standing in the way of the goblin.
Boom!
Stabbed him in the side.
Boom! Okay,
that
booming
provoke,
blade goes off. The booming blade goes off. You can take another 3 points of lightning damage.
Takes it, but
Also, does that provoke an opportunity attack from me or from anyone? Or
It would if you had your weapon out. Unless you want to try punching him.
I mean, can I draw a weapon as part of the attack action? Oh wait,
you're
no,
not-
I can.
you're not near him, though.
Oh, yeah, my mistake.
Yeah.
I thought he was stabbing Flick there. My
No. He's coming at Talon, who's standing in the way.
Yep.
So he's
Right,
gonna
let me
make
just
a-
consult the board again. My mistake.
So that's a long sword. He pulls out. It's a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm wearing a leather waistcoat, so that's gonna make all kinds of slashings and gashings all over my body.
That is a 3 points of slashing damage.
That's a what, sorry?
3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And it's gonna take a second attack at you. Second one will miss.
Ow.
Managed
That's
to-
not fair.
You managed to dodge the second one. Now that you're kind of aware, you see him coming. You're like, whoa! But you got a little bit of a nick. Yeah.
You just remembered how much you don't like stabbed.
Yeah, seriously. Now, if he had hit me with water or lightning, it would be a different story.
Ma speaks up now. She says, "Unfortunately, that's one mystery I can't let you solve anytime soon." And she... What's she gonna do?
Making it real hard to keep non-lethal there, Ma.
Yeah.
You see,
well,
you
we
see her
extended-
hand. You see her hand come up, and these three little fish-like, like orbs that kind of like turn into like little fish-like creatures, kind of floating her hand. She goes and shoots 3 magic missile darts out at you in the shape of fish.
Oh, goody.
We extended the olive branch. We tried to do this.
For 6 points of force damage.
I
As
guess
these little
like-
fish go, and as the fish get close, you see they've got like piranha teeth, and they kind of got their visages like as these little fish darts come out and hit you. All right, boys.
It's all kinds
Take
of
them out.
unpleasant.
Do not let them leave here. Tayland.
All right. You know what, Torque? You raise a point. Okay. I'm mad now.
Out of
You
curiosity,
ruined my waistcoat.
how hurt does Durnan look? Out of curiosity.
Very. There's a good
Okay.
just like blood like pouring out of his side. He's kind of like holding on to it as he like comes like
Good.
slashing away. Yeah. No, he's looking hurt. Yeah.
Save
they-
the twitchy one for me.
So they look reasonably acrobatic.
I wouldn't say they look
Yeah.
acrobatic. No, they're more like stocky,
Okay.
thuggish kind of.
They don't have the
Individuals.
lithe bodies of dancers.
No,
They're not like
they look like their
weaving.
father.
They're more just
Yeah, and so the individual you'd seen upstairs, like he was a more kind of a stocky, like hardy man, and they definitely, again, like this close up, you're like almost looking at the spitting image of the dead guy up above.
not yet. They're not.
Oh,
Zing.
All right.
oh,
Your hat be frozen to your head, and I'm just gonna, as I'm doing that, the air around me is gonna start to crystallize. Your body be frozen like a lump of lead, and it's gonna kind of form into the shape of a dagger. Your shoes be frozen to your feet. I'm gonna send it to Ma.
ice knife.
As frost descends upon ye, and she has to make a dexterity save.
All right, so you are making a ranged spell attack.
It's a ranged spell attack.
So Mr. Durnan in front of you is gonna take a swing at you.
Well, both of them have to make a. What's the range on it? Yeah, both of them have to make a dex save as well.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Ma rolls a 17.
Okay.
Durnan rolls a 9.
Okay, so then Ma is an 18.
Sorry?
Does an 18 hit Ma?
Yes.
Okay, so she's gonna take 4 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then as the little dagger of ice slams into her, it then explodes. And then because Heimar did not roll high enough, oh geez, he takes 10 cold damage from the explosion. I actually scratched that. He takes 11 damage. Sorry, I forgot I bumped it up a spell slot.
All right. So Durnan, who's standing right in front of you, he's taking a swing at you as you cast. Nah, he's gonna miss.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I just had a bit of an audio issue there.
Oh, I just said Durnan was as Talon was casting. Durnan tried to get a swipe in, but he missed.
Just as he was casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making an attack on me.
Okay.
An opportunity attack because he's casting ranged while in.
That's the worst when
Yeah.
Discord cuts you out and then you try to repeat it and it cut out at the exact same point that you trailed off before.
Ma takes that cold damage too, by the way.
She succeeded on her dex save.
Oh.
She rolled like an 18 or something.
It's not like a half on a successful save situation.
No,
one,
not
no.
this time. No, because she takes the piercing damage from the dagger
She
itself.
takes the original damage from it. That's the way the spell works.
Because I hit her with that, but then she's able to to avoid the explosion, even though it literally happened on her.
Yeah, it is a weird spell, but it's a
It's
fun one.
the closest I've got to a high-powered range like AOE. I'm not super explodey. Yeah, for now.
Yeah. No, just want to make sure we're maximizing our damage.
Is that
As long as we survive this.
that all
And
you're
it would
doing for now,
technically
Caitlin,
be
then, or-
3d6 because I bumped that up to a second level slot. Yeah.
Yummy indeed.
I don't like this guy right in front of me. Don't like it at all, but I don't think there's much I can do about the point.
Tor can take care of him. It'll be good.
Wow.
I
Okay.
softened him up.
That's true. He is very injured.
Literally.
You don't mind giving up your dibs?
I will yield this kill to preserve the guy who can heal us. So yes.
All right.
That's a good point. Yeah, I think that's the end of my.
Torg is going to move to the side here.
Okay.
And you start to see that energy sort of like surge around him again as he is going to enter another rage. If it wasn't clear before, I am a Storm Herald Barbarian. And so our friend Derman here is going to have to make a dexterity save.
Well, that is it going to affect Highmark too, or is it just?
No, I can only designate one target with my
Okay.
Storm Aura per turn, unfortunately.
That is 12.
12?
Yeah.
That is a failure.
All right.
So he takes 3 lightning damage. And since I'm within 5 feet, I'm also gonna smash at him with my a good horizontal swing, aiming for like the torso ribs area, solar
right.
plexus.
Got him!
Do I want to make this a reckless attack?
I feel like it's
Not yet. I
cheer-
don't think. Not yet.
I feel like you're kind of injured, aren't you?
Who, me? Yeah.
Both of you.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see how we did. So 7 plus 2 for my rage. That's going to be 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right. So, seeing kind of where there's already like a gash open where Flick had impaled him a little bit, aiming kind of for the same side, just reach across and your maul just like rips his mid section open. And he starts like coughing up blood as he kind of falls over onto the floor. His eyes kind of look up at you for a second in kind of shock. Definitely not expecting this turn of events, and his eyes, you just watch as they kind of roll back as he drops to the ground.
Wait, he didn't expect the giant turtle with a huge maul to just destroy?
To be
I
fair,
don't think he expected you guys.
it's not
to
really
be
something that you.
That's
It's not
fair.
really something you plan for on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, we are breaking and entering onto their property, and they are defending.
You hear
Let the record show that we tried to negotiate.
a shriek from the woman.
Yeah. Take that, huh? Oh, we got more of that coming.
All right.
It was self-defense.
The brother's eyes kind of go wide, and you just see like a no as he rushes in now. Definitely eyeing you, Torque, as he comes in with his longsword for a couple of gashes at you.
I'm ready for it.
19 to hit
That'll hit.
for 4 points of slashing damage.
Since I'm raging, that's gonna.
That's half, yeah.
So that's gonna be.
And that's 2. And a natural 19 to hit for an additional 9.
Oh God!
So
I heard a natural, and then
5.
you cut out, and I was like, "Oh no!"
No. So additional 9 halved, so we'll say 5. 5. No, there's 5 slashing.
Okay, so I guess that rounds down to 3.
No, five is the rounded down.
Oh, 5 is rounded
I
down.
already have
Okay.
to. Yeah. Well, actually, be 4, I guess. Sorry, so 4. So a total of 6 damage altogether.
Oh. It's a good thing I'm raging. Oh, man.
As he comes in and starts slashing at you. And you just see, like, rage in his eyes. At the same time, you see it, like, a tear starting to, like, form in the eyes and drip down his cheek too. But he's just, like pure anger now. Flick.
Well, I do feel... And not just because he stabbed me.
Flick.
All right. I will bonus action disengage, just to make sure I don't provoke any opportunity attacks here.
I think you're fine where
And
you
I'll
are. There's
move-
nobody by you.
Yeah, I'm going to move by. Just hang on.
Okay.
There. I'm going to whackety whack at high mark here. Again, this is a booming blade.
Whackety.
Do you do the
Don't talk back.
Do you do flanking for advantage?
Mhm.
I don't know whether we've.
I
Yes.
absolutely do.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, they got
Awesome.
advantage on you.
Then
They're
I'm-
flanked too. So
Well, I'm gonna wreck him up. Yeah, that 25 to hit,
I'd say so.
and he can enjoy 11 points of slashing damage from the whip.
Ooh. He's looking really rough. Took a couple hits before from the ice knife, and now you kind of come up behind him and whip him in the back.
Whip it good.
Kind of reaches back, just holds his back as you lash him open. He's not looking so good.
Cool. Do I want to go? I'm just gonna keep moving a little bit more, just so that I can get up in Mama's juice as well.
The sound of that.
Right there. All right, I'm done.
All right. So as you come running towards her, you watch as her eyes kind of go this inky black color. She stares now with this rage. You just hear this like primal that kind of rage building up in her. And as her eyes go black, she is going
She's
to...
a nice lady.
Oh, yeah. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
You got this, Flick. You have the constitution of a dwarf.
Awesome. That is a 19 on my Constitution save.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
So as her eyes go black and she kind of shouts, out of her mouth, actually, her mouth opens up kind of impossibly wide, and these little black, inky, like, tentacle-like protrusions come reaching out to try and, like...
Oh, that's not right.
Kind of hit at you.
I don't like any of that.
6.
You are not a nice lady. I'm not going to eat any cookies that you're baking.
So you take... yeah, you saved, so 10 halved, so you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
So that was 5.
5 necrotic damage. Yeah.
I have one hit point left.
Noted.
She looks at you and just like her again, like her face has kind of looked like gaunt now, less human. And you can actually see, like, as you're looking close, like her skin almost looks like there's like fish scales starting to appear as her eyes have gone black and wide, and this very inhuman, freaky kind of look has taken over her face.
She's a were-trout. Let's get her.
A lycantrout. Talon.
Well, lichen is the prefix. So
I know, lycanthrope.
let's see.
Lycanthrope. Okay, Talon.
I'm going to carefully move around.
Piscathrope?
I'm gonna carefully move around the edge to avoid coming close to the swordsman there, so I can get so I can, one, provide flanking bonus to Torque, and two, get within 5 feet of Flick.
Okay.
Because then I'm Flick. You're not looking so good. Your skin is rotting. Yeah.
Little height. Yep.
So I'm going to just kind of rest both my hands upon him.
Gingerly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna just be like, "Hey, buddy,
High five.
Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again." That's gonna be really embarrassing if I roll a 1.
It's still one more hit point than he had before.
Okay,
Double hit points right now. Actually,
that is 5 whole hit points.
Hey.
Hey, you just undid the necrotic damage. That's beautiful.
Hey, you can
And-
always.
and-
You can always. Did you second wind yet?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
last session.
Okay. Okay, then you know what else we're gonna do? Oh, no, that won't work. Never mind. Okay.
All right, that's it for Talon.
That keeps me kicking. Much appreciated.
Torque, it's your turn. What would you
All
like to
right.
do?
Well,
You have flanking.
This
I
is
do.
Finish
First of all,
him.
could my friend Highmark make a dexterity saving?
He shall. And roll a natural 19.
Oh, damn. So he's only going to get half of this. So, half of 5. We ran that down to 3 or to 2? Or we're rounding high or low?
We've been running low, so.
So 2
Don't round
2
him.
points.
He's he's like on death's door. He's like barely standing up right now. He's like just looking up at you with like rage in his eyes, like defiance.
That's right.
And I get advantage for flanking, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
It's not just a modifier.
No, it's advantage.
All right.
Disadvantage.
Then-
Yes.
I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna do sort of an overhead swing, and I'm gonna try and down on his head.
Take him out.
I'm looking to put him right through the. So 2 rolls. The highest was an 18.
That will hit. Lucky with advantage because a 15 would not.
All right. So that's not 11 plus 2 from my rage. That is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Oh, he is
From
Bring
a
up your
vertical.
paste.
Bring up your maul on top of him and just like
You
just watch his head just like cave in as you just like bring it down on, and it's like his neck snaps.
His head
as
is inside his chest now.
basically just, yeah, as he just like slumps.
I whack-a-moled him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Flick is reveling in
Straight up.
the gore.
Yeah, he dated.
He
it.
was not happy. Flick did not like these boys. He is happy you have smooshed them.
Torque does not seem to take any sort of particular enjoyment in what he's doing, but he also seems to be just completely furious right now. So
All right, is that it for Torque? Do you wanna move
Yeah.
at all, or-
You could step on top of the horribly crushed, mangled corpse.
I could. I'll take a little 5-foot steppy.
Okay. That brings us to Flick then.
Okay, I feel like we should keep somebody alive for interrogation.
I will whack at her and make this non-lethal damage if it is going to be a killing blow.
Okay.
But I'm totally
she
going
seems
to
to know something.
I'm still throwing my booming blade at her.
Can I just say, as much as I love Pathfinder, the non-lethal rules are unnecessarily cumbersome.
Yeah. Just being able to call your shot as this one's non-lethal is just so much cleaner and easier for 5e.
Instead
So
of
that's
a
a
track
20.
like a... Sorry.
So 23.
Yeah. That'll hit.
Ooh, max damage 11.
Don't you love that question? Does a 30 hit? Yes.
Sorry, I said 11 damage.
11 damage. Yes.
All right. Just looking a little. Got a couple bruises and stuff on her, a couple scrapes, but looking fairly hardy actually.
And then I will move around behind her, like there.
All right, so you kind of squeak around the backside of the statue.
Yeah, I'll sort of slink around the other side of the statue and just I'm now poking out from behind there at her, just to make sure that she knows that she's surrounded and it's time for her to surrender.
You goblins are so cunning.
Okay.
We did just kill her 2 sons, so I don't know if she's necessarily going to do the most tactically sound thing in response.
It's one of two things, right? It's
true.
either, oh geez, I should surrender, or I hate these guys, I'm going to kill them with my ultimate awesome powerful thing.
Yeah, it's a flip of the coin, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I am one for gambling, I'll tell you that.
All right. I need all 3 of you to make charisma saving throws, please.
To give yourselves a pat on the back because you won this encounter.
Charisma saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, okay, well that's not so bad.
It is for me.
Oh, that's
Oh, nice.
I got
18
an
on
8.
the. I got a 19.
19?
I'm proficient in that, and I still only got like a 11.
11?
I rolled an 8. I rolled an 18. I got a 19. Yeah.
Jack? Torque?
I got an 8.
8. All right. So her
Help, Isaac.
her sort of weird fish-like visage, just like her jaw kind of elongates, becomes even longer. Her mouth opens. She's sharp teeth. Her eyes go black, and she lets out this ear-curling scream. Just, that kind of just echoes out. Flick, you kind
Your
of
harmonization is all wrong.
you manage to kind of like throw your hands up over your ears just in time and kind of flinch away. Manage to shrug off the effects. Torque and Tayland, you are frightened of her.
Okay.
You see her face just go like creeping, and this she just screeches out. You're just kind of like, oh, what the hell is that? And so you are
icon
both
on my.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, you are frightened for the moment.
I don't know where I'm going, but it's away from that.
Yeah, so just a reminder, as
myself on
frightened, you must spend your action, your move, to get as far away from the target of your, the cause of your fear, as possible.
Listen, lady, my grandma was way worse than that.
She's gonna lash out with her hands and now kind of look claw-like. She just kind of turns and goes, and makes a scratching attack at you behind her. Nope, that's 2. You dodge out of the way and manage to avoid it.
Tilt the head slightly.
All right, Talon, you are scared.
Brave wave singer, right left. Brave wave singer, right away.
No, I didn't. I did not.
Okay, so I believe, if I remember, I cannot do anything that would make me move closer.
That is correct. You must move
her. Yes.
You must take the most direct route to move away from her.
No, you don't have to run away, though. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see her, and you can't willingly move closer, but you don't have to run away.
That's true. You just don't want to get any closer to her. You're like, nope. I want nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Instead of fighting for our lives, we should be sitting at our ease. Well, I'm running out of spells, I'll tell you what. Let's, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have disadvantage, right? So.
Thank you for the Holy Grail reference, by the way. That makes me happy.
What else is a bard supposed to do when he's frightened? When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his fled.
I did not!
Yeah, I'm gonna run over, what is this, a bench? And just duck behind that.
Like a long bench.
Yeah, I'm gonna run, duck behind that.
Alright.
And
there's a warm brazier of fire right beside you.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to wave my hand over top of the bench as Willie will just appear and be like, Willie, go, do something. And the birds, scaredy cat.
Why is it that whenever the going gets rough, your first response is to take out your Willy?
he's coming. You knew
Let's
it's coming.
get these all out.
Oh man, and it's gonna be awful because next session, Jeremy's gonna come in. He's not gonna realize that the joke's already run its course. So
Oh no!
Sure, you're gonna have to deal with it all over again.
That's a 9 on the parrot's initiative.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if I have.
Which is
any,
unfortunate because that means he has to wait a full round, but whatever.
Oh,
He doesn't just go at the end of your turn.
Well, no, because mine's 8. I got an 8, so he's actually ahead of me, which means I gotta wait around for him to be able to do anything.
I see.
Do I get to make a roll to dispel the frightened
let's make
condition?
him an owlbear. You do.
Okay. By the way, Craig, I probably should have mentioned this. Stat-wise, I'm using the Raven because that just makes a lot of sense because it literally has a mimicry ability.
Cool. And he got a 9?
He got a 9 for initiative.
Okay.
And I got a 14 on my charisma save.
That'll do it.
Cool.
All right, so this owlbear is your parrot. That's all. I was like, I don't have a bird icon.
Works for me.
Why don't I have a bird? Dang it.
It's okay. Once you get polymorph, we can make this a reality.
Oh god.
All right. Yeah. So your fear kind of you shake it off. Whew. All right, Torque.
All right. She's unfortunately out of my range by the look of it. She's just toeing the edge of that aura. I can't get any closer.
Correct.
Well, in an effort to keep my rage going, Torque is going to unholster one of his hand axes and.
You gonna chuck it at her?
Wait, I don't have.
That's your first response to fear?
I forgot. I don't have hand axes, so I'm gonna throw a javelin.
All right. So you have disadvantage on this.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense. You're fairly. Ah! It's a quick throw of the javelin.
Yeah, it's sort of a desperation move. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the 8.
Yeah, with the disadvantage, you kind of scared and you throw and it just goes wide and kind of bounces off the large statue that's in your way and ting 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 lands on the ground.
Well, at least I made an attack so I can keep my rage going. 7 rounds.
There you go. And at the end of the turn, you can repeat your saving throw against the fear.
Oh, I can make another charisma save?
Yeah, to try not be afeared anymore.
All right, let's see if I if I get my heroic second wind, a bolt of courage. It's a 7.
You're still having missed with your
Yeah.
shot with your throw. You're still kind of taken aback by like that face
Yeah.
is that's a not a nice face. All right, Flick, you are not afeared.
Nope. So I'm gonna lash at this lady with the old whip. Oh, that's a miss. A solid 9 off. Or sorry, that's a natural 1, so it's an 8. 8 does not
Yeah,
hit.
you get caught in the statue beside you and
Yeah.
kind of blocks
Son
your
of a.
line of
Try and
attack.
pull it down. Does she have weapons out, or has she just been casting spells?
You haven't seen any weapons other than her hands, which do look very claw-like at the moment and seem to be sharp.
All right.
Other than that, it seems to be spells and other creepiness going on.
In that case, I will use my bonus action to disengage and just sort of duck around the other side of the statue.
You're just gonna nope on the other side of the statue there.
Yeah. Hoping maybe to hide, but I don't want to suck down an opportunity attack. And I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to Hatton. And what would she like to do? Torque, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. If I have to.
Yes, you do.
Oh, thank God, that's a 22.
Okay.
Thank God it was a stat I'm actually good with.
Nice.
Torque is what the kids call chonky.
She kind of looks in your direction, and you're still kind of like freaked out by this visage that she has, and you watch her hand. Suddenly, this kind of like blacky ink extends from her hand, and like she just kind of reaches it down to the ground, and then right where you're standing, these black tentacles kind of reach out of the ground to try and grab you, and thanks to your save. And you're raging, so that's 4. Your save halves it to 2, and your rage halves it to 1. So you take 1 damage.
They just sort of lightly
stomp out of the way as these weird black tentacles kind of. It's terrifying though, as these weird things just.
They
just
lightly
kind of
caress.
Yeah, they tickle
They
your
lightly
feet.
caress me. Yeah.
Tickles your foot. And she
Which
just kind of looks at
is
you.
more of like a psychological damage.
She looks at you angrily. And she's going to turn her head to kind of look at you, Flick, as she stalks you around. She just kind of moves around the statue with you, just kind of like looking.
I really wish I'd hit her.
Staring down, yeah. All right, it is Willie's turn.
Peck that bitch's eyes out.
Have we made a big Willy style joke yet? I'm just running them out now. Rapid fire.
All right, so Talon looses his Willy at her.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him to try and like just fly around, fluttering feathers and pecks and anything you can do to try and distract.
Okay.
You can cast touch spells. You can cast touch spells through your parrot, right?
I can. I don't have any offensive touch spells, but I could heal through them.
You're ugly.
Okay.
Okay. And that'll be your turn next, Talon.
I am mostly utility. So, okay. Then, I am going to... with one hand, I shall first produce my dagger, and then produce my pistol. And we're going to throw the dagger and take a shot with the pistol.
Interesting.
And the dagger will have advantage because of... Oh, thank God. That's a 22.
Yeah. Yep.
Respectable.
Oh,
Not bad.
snap. That is 6 piercing damage from the dagger.
Okay.
And then blam. It's a 15 with the flintlock.
That'll hit.
Which deals 9 piercing damage. That was good. That worked well. I was worried that wasn't going to do much.
As you
Stand and deliver, for I am
two
the
hits, the
boldest
dagger kind
sailor.
of sticks into her, and then the shot kind of blasts.
Can I like shoot the dagger further into her?
You like shoot the hilt.
Flick, you see this up close. There's in place of blood, there's like this black kind of ichor that's kind of coming out. But as it starts to leave her body, you see that sort of fish like scaly visage start to kind of, her jaw kind of starts to come back up normal. You see her eyes like flicker, looking a little bit more human-like for a second. There seems to be some kind of conflict of natures going on here.
All I know is that the stuff you're supposed to scrape out before you eat the fish.
You know, I don't think I want to get that dagger back.
Is that everything, Talon? Do you want to move at all, or?
No, I don't want to move. I'm taking cover. I'm good.
Good. All right, Torque, you are still affearded.
I sure am. Well, I got 4 more javelins. Or scratch that. I've got 3 more javelins. So let's make some magic.
More terrified hurling. Don't hit my bird.
Oh wait, disadvantage. So I could potentially do worse than that.
It's true.
No, I'm gonna take the 11.
The 11 hits.
Sadly. Oh, never mind then.
She ain't really got any armor on or anything, so yeah.
That's gonna be 9 points of piercing damage.
All right. Again, as the javelin kind of like rips open a part of her, more of that black stuff kind of inks out. Her face is gonna come back to normal. Her eyes.
I'm trying to wing her, so I think I sort of aim for like the shoulder.
Her eyes blink a little bit more, and you see like the black is kind of not quite gone, but you can Flick. You can see like her irises and stuff. Her pupils are kind of like peeking through this like filmy black substance that seems to be fading. Torque, go ahead and make your charisma save again.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yes, I shall.
It was almost an 18.
Do you do anything for it?
Teetered on that 18 for a second.
You are absolutely terrified of this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can see my 3D dice as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
cool.
can see it.
I thought
No. Yeah, it's you're still just like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what she is. This is creepy. All right. So she Flick, you can see as she is kind of going through this change, whatever. It's not your turn, but make an insight check for me. Just as you're watching this going.
That would be 20 on insight.
Okay. You definitely see, especially in her eyes, as her eyes are kind of changing, in her natural eye colors that are coming through, like you read panic and there's a plea there. Just kind of a pleading look as she's kind of looking at you, and there seems to be some kind of conflict definitely happening inside of her, and she's just kind of like holding on herself now. It's just more of this black ichor mixed with her own blood. You can see
Hey,
her
lady.
coming out. She's just like she just kind of stops and slowly kind of falls onto one knee. She's got like one hand on the wall, her other hand on the ground. She's just kind of like, help me.
Yeah, vomit twice if you want help.
What do you guys want to do? She's so we'll say we're kind of out of combat at the moment. She's just kind of like there's this struggle going on as her form is trying to seemingly trying to revert back to normal, but there's still something kind of holding on to her.
Well, I can't really. I'm so frightened. I can't really do a whole.
You are, yeah. You're terrified.
I don't know what to do with this. Hey, Talon, do you want to calm her down somehow? I could yell at her. That probably wouldn't help.
Yelling is not usually the way to get someone calmed down. No.
Ah!
But I know I'm learning. I know that I shouldn't be yelling at this lady right now. So I'm calling in the professionals. Talon, make her happy again. Get the nasty fish man out of.
I'm just gonna kind of look over at the two corpses. Well, I'll do what I can.
Hey, that reminds me. So while Talon is now trying to tend to her, I'm gonna go loot the corpse.
Oh, for God's sake!
Okay. You can go ahead and
Waste no time. That one.
make investigation checks while that's going on.
Yeah. So I'll slink. I'll do it a little bit sneakily while she's having her crisis. I'll just wander off.
So as she please help me, you just kind of start walking away, and she's like,
All right. Well,
above my pay grade.
I am going to spend my last spell slot to cast Unearthly Chorus again, which will hopefully work better this time. So she gets to make another Charisma save.
okay.
And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go. Turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again. So she is friendly to us now, as long as she can hear the music that is playing. And I will have advantage on all persuasion checks and deception checks, but I'm not planning to use those.
Okay.
And then I am going to attempt to kind of just calm her down. And Torque, maybe get between her line of sight and the two corpses.
Torque is going to do a bit of a little shuffle as much as he can without getting too close.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so that's a 10 for persuasion.
All right. Okay.
It's too bad you can't inspire yourself.
Right?
Flick, you wanted to make a investigation check because you're checking out the bodies.
Yeah, that was a 15.
15. Okay. You find each of them has an amulet on them that has the same trident symbol. They look to be made out of kind of like a pewter silver. They're not the nicest that you've seen, but might be worth something. And a handful of coins. You find 10 copper and 5 silver. Not much. Didn't seem to be carrying too much on them. Talon, as you kind of cast this music, and the music does seem to kind of soothe, and she's still kind of in the corner. She's kind of sat back, and now she's got her back against the wall, and you can still see there's some sort of conflict happening inside of her, and she's breathing heavy. She kind of looks up at you. I suppose I deserve this.
With the time that you have left, can you explain to us what's going on? We're honestly just looking to try and sort out what's happening.
It's a long story, but my sons are they dead? Please tell me the truth.
Flick is looking over at you, expecting, like nodding, like.
I mean, they're definitely not. They're not full of youthful vigor, that's for sure.
Perhaps it's for the best they are spared. The long misdeeds of this family. Well, see the Maruna family, we've been in this place for a long time. Long before Tyr was here. We come from a colony of worshippers of Desfuna. She who rules the sea. We were greatly weakened by the cataclysm hundreds of years earlier. Our numbers were few, and when the Vale family approached our island on their ships, we watched them from afar as they landed. We knew there was not much we could do to get rid of them, prevent them from settling. And so we hid down here. As Tyr was built up around, we slowly integrated ourselves. We're all gone now. We Marunas were the last. Well, Eddard pretended to be one of us. At first I thought I was using him. I think in the end he got the better of the deal.
This, she kind of waves her hands.
Affliction, you see, is his doing. I know not what entity he serves, but it is not Desfuna. And this is not her way. Well, so much for the Maruna family.
She just kind of closes her eyes. She's still alive, but she's like slowly losing life. You can see the blood kind of pouring out of her side. And she's kind of.
We all pay for our sins eventually.
Sort of lean over
that's
to
something we
Torg.
do.
What's that, Flick?
Lean over to say, and good riddance.
I kind of just like put a hand on Flick's face and just kind of push him backwards a little bit.
She kind of regains, her eyes kind of open again for a second.
If you want to know, I killed my husband. He had lost faith in Desfuna. Was softened by those catfolk. He's ready to spill everything. Tell everyone who we are. Long lineage of our family.
Just Just casually reloading my flintlock.
You can't let that happen. This island, this city, they worship Maruna, pretender goddess of the sea. Sure, she claims nature as her domain, but the sea, the depths, the ocean floor, they belong to Desfuna. If the people here knew that we existed, well, that would be the end of us. It seems it's the end of us anyways.
I was gonna say, lady, kinda like now.
I'm just gonna like clamp a hand over Flick's head, like just cover his entire face.
Pick him up and just like. She kind of looks at you pleadingly, Talon. She says,
You owe me nothing. But if I may ask, kill that bastard Eddard. He's a far worse blight on Tyr than we ever could be. Something not right with that one. He is not your friend. He is no friend to Tyr. He is dangerous. Watch yourselves.
blood. Black ichor kind of pours out of her mouth, and she just looks up at you. You can tell she's like barely hanging on.
I look pleadingly up at you. Please, oh please let me snark at her some more.
Out of respect for the soon-to-be deceased, Torque does not let you snark.
Son of a gun.
And so it is the cruel, put down by their own hubris. And no matter what we do, time claims all sinners. I'm just gonna do like an execution shot.
Shot rings out. She's just hole in the head, collapses back against the wall. And you continue to see like not her own blood mixed with this black ichor still kind of leaving her body. And as this blackness kind of seeps out, you can see just every now and then like a little tentacle as they start to become smaller and smaller until the ooze just kind of becomes still.
I release my grip on Flick's head.
That was creepy as hell. Good riddance to bad trash. But when the evil cult lady tells you can't trust the mayor of the town, you gotta figure he's into some bad stuff.
And I'm gonna twirl flintlock before sliding it back into a holster. Death, he laughs in the sails and the jags, and the bloody sun won't rise.
Talon, you can make a religion or a history check if you want.
I'm gonna go with religion because I have a little bit more knowledge on that.
If I know a little bit about religion, can I do a help action on?
Sure. I'll allow that.
Okay, that's a 10.
With the advantage?
Yes. I am not rolling well today, alright?
The name you've heard the name Desfuna before. And you do know that she is considered a lesser god, like one of the minor deities, not the major pantheon. And she's associated with the sea. It's kind of like that brain worm. It's like I know another name, but any other information is kind of escaping me at the moment, but the name is definitely one that's known to you, Desfuna.
Then I'll turn to Flick. Well, it's not unheard of for those of noble birth to dwell in great of bound, while the rest of us struggle in starvation that surround.
That's a flowery way of putting it, but yeah. Hey, Torque.
Mhm.
I appreciate you being my my large-mitted conscience there. Didn't want to get us into any more trouble. Appreciate that.
Only a madman takes pleasure in taking lives. This
Oh,
was a necessary action. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. But she really, really deserved it, didn't she?
I think Talon just kind of like look at his pistol and just kind of look at Torque. Indeed, you speak wise words, turtle friend.
I guess at this point my rage has subsided, so my electrical aura dissipates.
I say it's been probably about a minute by this point too, so your fear is
Yeah.
faded.
You're in your post-rage mellow now? Is that the...
It's been at least 6 seconds since I attacked something, so
Talon, you do see as she's kind of splayed out against the wall, as her cloak is kind of open now, you can see a gold chain and what looks like a key around her neck.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Willie to fly over and grab that and bring.
Okay, yep. Kind of has to pull at it a little bit. Gets it off.
Lazy!
Yep.
Not laziness. It's sufficient to know all of my reasons. Shut up, you damn bird. Flick!
The key.
You take that.
It is a very unusual key, and the end of it, like much of the motif and stuff you've seen in this place, has somewhat of a trident design and shape to it. So it's not a standard key. But from what you did see of the locks beside the iron portcullises, this key seems to match those holes.
that's advantageous to us.
Oh, and P.S. I am a bloody mess. I would not
Flick says
turn
it's
down
still
a bit
like
of
blood coming out like.
As I'm now finished looting the battered corpses of the sons here.
The
Yeah,
the
would
adrenaline
not
is
turn
starting to
down
wear
a
off
short
now.
rest. Yeah.
Well,
Would not turn-
Torque can nice just carry all of the rotten root.
What was that?
Sorry, Torquing. Torquing.
Devin, you're cutting out a bit there.
I was gonna say we should probably remove the rotting corpses from the room.
And take. Well, at any rate, Torque will have to, as respectfully, as gingerly as carrying 3 dead bodies can be.
And then we'll close up the door. Maybe move some of the furniture over in front of.
So where do you want to put them?
In front of the doors. So maybe put the altar in front of one if we can, and then the bench in front of the other. And then
Okay, you want to.
I don't know if we're able. I don't know if we're able to. I don't know if that basin, if there's like any basins or any statues we could move.
So the basins are kind of like they're built into the floor.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, we could if we block 2 doors and we leave one. At least that's a single point of entry.
Remember as you guys are looking around, so the door that you were unable to open before, you do see on this side that there are 2 thick iron bars that are kind of
Oh yeah,
are
that's
into
right.
the door, into the wall, that are blocking, that have like
Okay, right. So
essentially
we
kind
don't
of
need to board
sealed
that
this
one up.
door
It's
from this
already boarded.
side. Yeah. So I'd say yeah, using the bench and the altar that you can move in front of the other door to be able to secure the room. Well
All
enough.
right. Flick, you can have that nice corner over there. You can have some carpet. Kind of sit down,
Excellent.
bandage your wounds.
Sounds delightful.
And so I think Tayland is going to go kind of off to one of the corners as well. Just slowly start pulling, like. Oh, well, first of all, I'm going to get my hands on top of this here waistcoat. But we've passed the reds, stopped events, dogged hatch and portal down. And just start casting men to repair all the holes that are in his waistcoat.
Can I use my medicine skill to kind of help staunch some of Flick's wounds there?
Sure.
Don't
know
mind my horrible stab injury.
Well, can I make like maybe one sort of like umbrella medicine check for both of them? See if I can aid them in any way. I don't know how mechanically, but it's worth a shot.
I'd say they're not. Neither one of them is unconscious. Like they're stable. They're not dying or
Yeah,
bleeding out. So I'd
it's
say
more
your
of like a
medicine.
symbolic gesture, I
Like
guess.
Sure.
we've got our hit dice.
Yeah, you take a look at them and you're like, oh, you're not gonna die. You should be patch yourself up a little bit. And you'll be okay. So
Yeah, I make sure that none of their stab wounds get infected.
sure.
There's lots of salt water around to make sure that it's nice and sterile and stuff. Yeah, appreciate
Well, yeah, but it's also stagnant, so I don't know about that.
Keep
I
the
got my
black goo out.
I have my herbalism kit on me. I can make.
On that note, actually, Taylor, you notice that the water in the basins is also salt water.
What was that? Sorry.
The water that's in the basins in the room it's salt water as well, not fresh water.
It's still salt water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can remove the salt from that if you like. If that would make if you want to use that to kind of clean yourself off a little.
Sting a bit otherwise.
Makes you know it's working, right?
All right. So
I mean, salt water is good for cleaning the wounds.
Yeah, will sting you. As you guys are settled in the room there, secured, heading into a short rest, that is where we will end tonight's session. This is 12:01 actually. So
Happy tomorrow.
that's right. Yay. All right. Well, that was interesting. Well done, guys. You barreled right into danger. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
If I can do one last thing.
Sure.
As Tayland is in the corner tending to his own wounds, he kind of thinks over the whole conversation he just had and begins a sort of natural recovery as he kind of helps to, as he replays old memories and kind of reinvigorates his convictions. And you who are a sailor and been for all your days, helpless you are standing there when your masters underpay. Bailiffs are so greedy and deceiving all the serfs. So listen up and realize you bear the life deserve. And meanwhile men of noble birth, they dwell in greater bound. The rest of us must struggle in starvation that's around. Detractors are just what they are, malevolent pigs. They took of me my everything. In poverty I'm bound.
Chills.
Well done. Perfect way to end the session. All right, so we will end it there. We'll pick it up next time as you guys recover from your short rest and you still have some stuff to explore. So, thanks for joining us, any of those who did. And until next time, happy gaming. We'll see you later.